My name is Ben Ilegbodu. I'm the front-end manager of our platform team at Eventbrite, and I love React.
Is Eventbrite built on React?
Yes, well, part of it is written in React. So our current front-end stack is in Backbone, and we're making the transition over to React. So we're building all of our new features in React and trying to deprecate the old system so that we can kind of push it out the door, give it an end of life, and start building on a nice new stack in React.
Because we live in the Bay Area, I think we're a little bit spoiled because of the people around us and the mind share. And I know you've been speaking a lot about ES2015. So can you tell us a little bit more about what your talks have been on?
Yeah, so I actually first learned ES2015 back in 2015, before it was even official, and just got really involved in wanting to know all the different features, from generators, destructuring, arrow functions, and the like. And then I started picking up React and realized that a lot of its principles really tied well with ES6 or ES2015. They really go well together, wanting to make sure that your state is immutable so that you use a spread operator to copy things, and destructuring to get values out of your state, out of your props. So they really go hand in hand, arrow functions as well. Then once I learned it and started teaching other people about it, I realized that they didn't know about it. You know, you need to really know ES6 to do React well, I would say. And I started going around teaching, oh, you know React? Well, let me teach you about ES6 so you can know how to kind of put those together. And surprisingly enough, outside of the Bay, and even actually inside of the Bay, people still don't know about it, and it's 2017 now.
Right, very interesting. Are there any key pieces in ES2015 that you must know to use React?
Well, the obvious ones are modules and classes, because that's how you define your React components. They're going to be a separate file, so they need to be modules, and then you want to use the class syntax instead of the previous syntax that you used with React components. So,
but you can use React without ES2015, correct?
Correct, you can. It was originally written in ES5, so it totally works. Right. So you can do it, but all of the examples you're going to see now, the official tutorial in React, is all in ES6, so it's going to be hard for you to learn without knowing ES6.
What did you do before React? Before React,
I actually was working at a previous company before Eventbrite, and we had our own JavaScript framework. So we built our own, yet another one. And I didn't build it myself, but the guy who built it left, and then I maintained it. It was open source, so technically anybody could use it, but really only Zazzle used it. So, yeah.
So you went from your own rolled framework right into React.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I did a pit stop in Backbone, obviously, when I was at Eventbrite, and was very happy to get away from that. So, yeah.
What are some of the more exciting things that you're seeing in the React community these days?
I think the community itself. It's like, it's not just we're all waiting for Facebook to come out with whatever we need. It's the community building something and then everybody jumping around that community thing. Like Redux wasn't originally done by Facebook. It was done by one person who then everybody kind of contributed to that, and we all rallied around Redux, and now it's what everybody uses. And it's the same thing for libraries for GraphQL, libraries for other things that come around the React ecosystem. I think just the fact that since React is just a library for UI and not for data and not for all the other things that you need to do, there are a lot of other libraries that the community has built. So it's really not just a Facebook-driven agenda. It's something that we're all building together.
That's a really great way to describe it. As a beginner in React, what do you think the best way to get started is?
I would suggest going through the React tutorial. So it's written in ES6, so I guess you also need to learn some ES6. So you can watch one of my videos to learn that. But it teaches you all the fundamentals and all the basics. So you learn about how to create components that are composable. You learn about how to do your props, how to do your state, and the rationale for using props versus state, why you shouldn't use context. Like all of these principles, when to use lifecycle methods are built into when you're doing the tutorial. So you get the kind of foundation. And from that, you can actually build anything that you want. It'll be some more complex things will be a lot harder to build without having something like Redux. But I tell everybody who's learning React, do not use Redux first. just do ES6 and React together. Keep your data in state, and you'll be able to build a lot of amazing applications with just that.
Yeah.
Get really good at React first, then you can start branching out to the other things.
It's kind of like for me, I'm like, oh, hey, React. Yeah, let's do our RxJS while I'm learning React.
Yes.
That's a great idea. What about this Redux observable thing?
Exactly.
Sounds like a good idea too.
Yeah, it's like React in itself, if you're coming from an MVC like Ember or Backbone or some backend thing, going to React is already like a huge mental leap in understanding
JSX,
the loop.
wow.
Yeah, JSX
First time I saw it,
itself.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. So you just got to get good at that first. Otherwise, it's just gonna be really, really difficult. The learning curve is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, cool. Where can we find you on the internet?
Well, you can find me. My website is benmvp.com. Pretty much any place, it's benmvp. I've kind of got a stronghold on that.
Nice.
So
That's
Twitter
awesome.
as well is where I'm active as well, benmvp. Or you can shoot me an email at ben@benmvp.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey there. Are you into reactive programming using JavaScript? Do you have to deal with asynchrony in your web app? Then join this instructor Ben Lesh to learn all of the ins and outs of RxJS in his hands-on workshop. Available online and in person, go to rxworkshop.com for more details and to book your spot today.